Well, now the thing is, our youth has actually forgotten the essence of confraternity. Yeah, the thing is, Nigeria is not the only country that practices confraternity. We have confraternity in other countries, but the word fraternity is for you to fraternize. It's just like a club where you encourage one another to do better in
Fraternize.
life. You get it?
It's just like a club where
Now,
you encourage one
so
another to do better in
basically,
life.
it's meant to fight against bad governance, you understand, and other social vices. But over the years, it has gotten to killings and all that. But I think if the government is taking a firm stand, they can actually curb this reckless killing. But vis-a-vis, you will find that a lot of these top confraternity members are in bed with government officials.
Yes, of course.
You either find them in prominent positions, yeah, or you find them holding very serious positions, both in government, in the armed forces, whichever arm, even in the judiciary. You see a situation whereby someone is bold to come out and say, I'm this, and no law is going to affect that person. So this further goes to give these young lads, the mind to do some extreme issues, with the mindset of, okay, if I get to this point, this person is going to come through for me. Now, over the years, a lot of persons have died from various colors. And the truth be told, no color is more superior than any other color. Don't get it twisted. Because if today I form a confraternity, yeah, if you kill a member, every confraternity has the capacity to retaliate. Now, the question is, how many persons are going to go down? You're losing people every day. Funny enough, when they say soldier come, soldier go, barrack remain. You that is going to lose your life in the process, you're the one that has lost in all. Give or take, you're going to bring a lot of sorrow to your family, indirectly or directly, your extended or nuclear family. The worst they can do is to maybe come for your burial, shoot some guns, at that point, give your wife maybe 500,000. Of what use is that? If you reach heaven or hellfire, wait till you talk, say carry you come. You get it? So now, basically, if the government really want to do this, there are some persons the government will use as a show of force, as an example. Now, I'm loving the Bebolo government. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a member of APC. I'm a very strong member of the opposition. But, when the Bebolo government started, we felt maybe he stole the mandate. But at the time, the man was doing a lot in the right direction. We at some point had to support and say, okay, this man, let's give him the support he needs. But if the government really want to make a stand, you need to use some prominent persons as a show of force and example that's going to serve as a deterrent to the younger ones. And it has gone to a point, it cannot really be abolished, but there's a way the government can work in hand. You get the details of basically a lot of these coordinators, like if anything should happen in this place, you're going to prison for life. You understand? So people will now be responsible. Now you have to involve the community. This is not just going to be the work of state government. No, you have to involve tradition. Do you know there are a lot of traditional rulers who are into confraternity? So a lot of pastors, a lot of native doctors, a lot of street boys, agberus, So it has gotten beyond what you can stop. But now at this stage, what can we do to mitigate all these things from escalating towards something else? Now you have to involve everybody. It should be like a neighborhood watch. Funny enough, these confraternities are not even more than those that are not members, because every day you keep initiating a lot of persons. You understand? So if everybody should work hand in hand, you will see that there's not going to be crime. Okay, in the issue of Biggie, allegedly, or from investigation, they said some persons came down from the vehicle, do this and all that. But if there is community policing, as the case may be, are you telling me that those guys can actually overpower the number of persons within that vicinity? No. No, a lot of persons are scared. This one will say, not concern me, not concern, but in the long run, it's going to get to everybody's doorstep.
Exactly.
You understand? Because eventually you might know somebody that even knows that person. So it's high time this confraternity killing stop. and the government should stand firm. And during election, the same government should stop patronizing these confraternity people, because the money you give them, it gives them another edge, like, hey, okay, this governor or this also person can't see us, regard us. Oh, okay, we get advantage by these people. It keeps giving them the morale to vouch for higher positions, because it seems the higher you go, the higher you make more money, and the higher you gain more relevance. You understand? So, though that aside, we also have a lot of persons in confraternity who are good examples in the society. So, but you're trying to find the balance. I think the disadvantages far more outweigh the advantages. So it's high time everybody needs to work with the government, bring good ideas and good innovative ideas, particularly, and on how the government can actually curb this unnecessary killing. The art of, like, see something, you have to definitely say something. And the government, if the government is being proactive, yeah, the government can actually end these things, because we are working on sending the government a very detailed proposal on how to work with this stuff. So when I heard someone saying earlier, like, the DSS knows who and who to arrest and all that, vis-a-vis, no, a lot of persons, even in that aspect, will still be the ones to leak out informations to their
Absolutely.
confraternity members. The system has been so rigged that
Which one
you find a
violence?
policeman
How you do
is
this now?
proud. A lot of these policemen know themselves. They belong to various this thing. They know themselves. So it's not something that is hidden. We won't start mentioning a lot of names. We have a lot of things. But now it has gone beyond the stage of stopping. So how do we curb this? Now, curbing, you need to get a detail of everybody. The proposal we've written up, I believe soon we'll be sending it out to the state government on how to actually end the court related killings. These are all strategic, so I wouldn't want to release that on the social media space. But I appreciate you, Alex HQ. You're someone who has been doing the good work around, at least your sensitization and all that. Though it cannot stop a lot, but it has actually helped those intending members for them to know what they are going into. So
How you use
eventually,
now,
when
bro?
you go into it, because a lot of persons enter when they were so naive, but
How you
haven't entered, it's something you cannot actually find yourself living, because even those that say they go to renouncing is not something that your opponent will not say, okay, don't come out, it's no longer their business. You
That's
haven't
our
placed
opponent.
yourself at an advantage, but you always give information, and information, they say, is power. For them to know areas to go to that are more violent and all that. So, but kudos, we keep appreciating you, and thank you, my brother, and thank everybody for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Alex, how far now?